go. Ready, Steve?
I bet you ain't finna say nothing I ain't heard.
I'm not. So I was married for 10 years, recently divorced. One of the things I really miss about marriage is the regular sex. I have a nice appetite for it, and I'm not really getting the action like I really needed, Steve. So, I even had a maintenance man for a little while, but that did not work.
That didn't work.
Did work. I want more of a commitment. I really want a relationship. However, Steve, I have to be honest. I really do not want to follow your 90-day rule. So I need to find out, how do I find the one, satisfy my appetite without scaring the man off?
I'm sorry, if you don't want to follow his 90-day rule, which is my 90-day rule, get yourself a great vibrator. Hunters, they love the hunt. You give away the cookies for free, they're not coming back.
Okay.
They're gonna say, if she gave it up to me so quick, she's doing it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that came along too.
Okay.
You hold on to it, and there's great toys out there.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. I knew she was going to say that. I don't want a vibrator toy.
Well, look, whether you do the 90 days or not, you should have a good vibrator. I mean, come on. This is about women's empowerment, for God's sake. I don't care if you have a hot man in the bed next to you. You need to take charge of your own pleasure. And if you're not comfortable with it, then we have a whole other show to do just about that. Because as women, we need to own our own pleasure. We need to get comfortable with it. In terms of you finding a partner, one of the reasons why I believe both of these two suggest the 90-day rule, and look, I don't care if it's 80 days, 90 days, what matters is how you screen the person you're with. And the problem is that when we have sex, we're women, our bodies release that oxytocin. It's the same chemical that is released when we bond with our babies, when we breastfeed. And all of a sudden we look at this person and we go, wow, they're a great partner. Let's mate for life. This is perfect. But in order to have the clarity to decide if someone is an appropriate partner or not, it's better to hold off on the sex. Not to manipulate, not for anything like that, but just so that you can have clarity.
Gotcha.
All right, here's the situation. If you have such a voracious appetite for sex and you can't wait 90 days, then just go and have yourself a bunch of sex. But you ain't finna get no commitment.
Okay.
You're just not. That's not how we operate as men. Because the commitment, sex to us does not mean commitment. You got to understand that about us. Matter of fact, you give it to me too quick and you lessen your chance for commitment. Because I view it, what she said is absolutely, it's how the male views it. If you give it to me this quick, this ain't your first time. So now you give this to everybody, now this ain't really mine, this really doesn't have the value attached to it that she thinks it does. So since you don't have a value attached to it, neither should I. So that's what I'm saying to you, Elisa. I understand what you're saying, and it's a great question, and it's a natural feeling from a person. You're not going to curb that feeling anywhere, but you got to find another way to address it, and at the same time get what you want, which is a commitment. And the only way to get a commitment from a man is he has to be emotionally attached to you. And your sex ain't what attaches him.
Right.
Yeah, but on a positive note, the fact that you are so sexual, that's amazing. Most men complain that women are not sexual enough. They want it all the time. So use that positive. Listen, I wrote a book called Write Your Own Fairy Tale. Don't wait for anybody else. You create it, but just hold back.
Okay.
6 months, just hold back and play by the rules, and then swing from chandeliers and enjoy yourself.
Hello, and welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. We have a special treat today. We're going to have a special discussion. We had a request that was sent to me, and I was like, okay, let's talk about it. And so, before I bring my guest in, we're going to do some announcements. Excuse me. As y'all know, we have the poetry contest going on. So with the poetry contest and everything, it is closed. It's locked in. No more videos are being accepted. So tomorrow we will be coming back on, myself and our interviewer Keisha, and we will be displaying all the videos that's been entered. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that you can see everyone that has entered. So once those get in, then we can go ahead and let the judges do what they got to do. So right now, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in our cast. We have co-host Dwight Robinson. Assistant co-host Denise. Interviewer Keisha.
Hi, everybody.
And King D. Sorry about that, got y'all mixed up. How we doing, beautiful people?
Great.
Good. And as y'all heard me say, me and Keisha will be coming on tomorrow. We're going to be going over the videos that has been entered into the contest. We will not be judging the videos, but we're more or less coming on. It was actually Keisha that brought up the idea, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let everybody get to see what's been entered and how everybody was flowing. And like I said, from one of the two judges, he had said that it's hard. That a lot of them was really, really good. So they will be reviewing together over the videos on this weekend. And come Thursday of next week, you will know who the winners are. We have two categories. First place is going to be the Powerful Poet of the Year 2022. And as you see the trophies right here, they will receive this trophy. And also the Melodic Poet of the Year, which will receive a certificate and other things as well. So good luck to everyone. Now, as y'all seen, when we say her stolen choices, we're talking about, I know they seen the Steve Harvey clip, and where the person that chimed in to me and asked me to do a topic on this, it was evolved around when a woman isn't told ahead of time that all he wants is sex out of the situation. He doesn't want a relationship. I know we all have seen Thinking Like a Man, I think it's called, by Steve Harvey as well. And what is your perception on that movie there that he did? Because I know it was based off of his book and everything.
I liked it. I mean, it makes sense for the most part. But will follow that rule? No. Those rules, no, they won't follow it.
Yeah, and Dwight,
basically telling you.
I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, I didn't too much care about the movie that much. It's just my opinion. Steve Harvey did some things, and I think he's one of the last people to really give out advice. But I believe it just depends on the individual. You're both adults, and I'm not saying just jump and rush into it, but it don't take 90 days. It to me, that's ridiculous. It don't really take no 90 days. Maybe give 30 days the most, and this and that, because you truly don't know nobody in 90 days. Some people can get with somebody and don't know them until a year or two. So that 90-day thing, no, I don't agree with that.
But you could be with a person for 12 to 16 years and still don't know them.
That's right.
True, but it's better not to just pop in the sack right away. I mean, for real, 30 days. If you want to wait 90 days, people wait 90 days. If you want to wait 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, a year, then wait a year. I don't know many people who could. I know I can, but not everybody can do that. But I think you should wait as long as you feel comfortable with.
Yes, yes.
Hey, I think it's a comfort thing as well. It's where you two have agreed to be at that time. Now, I wouldn't recommend the first couple of dates or nothing like that, because you do need to get to know each other. Let me know a little bit about your past. Let me let you know. Let's go down to the STD clinic and get this paperwork. So I'm just being real. This paperwork because protection can come off and things can happen, and I don't want to leave with nothing. So we're gonna be adults about it. We're gonna get to know each other. We're gonna talk. I want to see your conversation. I want you to hear my conversation, and we're gonna go into this doctor and get this checkup to make sure we legit, and then we can talk about it. So hey, that equal 90 days. 90 days it is.
And I agree with that because, I mean, with everything that's going on now, I could say the percentage is higher. And I do think we do take risk without getting a health check on both ends. And, I just feel like, both parties need to be tested. It shouldn't just be jumping a sack. And before I say what I'm going to say next, we're going to go over to King D.
The 90-day rule. I think that's a pretty good time frame to get to know whoever you're about to have intercourse with, because like you said, you don't want to be just jumping into something that it could be not good. I'm just saying. Right. And another thing is I want to talk to the ex. What's the reason y'all broke up? I need to know the full investigation before I lay up with somebody, because sex is an emotional thing. So I need to talk to the ex to see, what's going on, why y'all didn't work out, what is this person a whore? I need to know everything before I have sex with somebody, because I need to know. I'm just saying.
I mean, and I agree with you on that, because when you say 90-day rule, to each its own, because like I said, even after 90 days, you still don't know a person. No. But my thing is that, based on this movie that Steve Harvey did do, my thing is, I've seen that as a 90-day rule. They had other levels as well as the mama boy, and you have I just forgot the other one, the other two. But my thing is that when you're thinking about doing something, do it for the best of you, for your sake, but also for the mere fact that you're protecting yourself, emotionally and mentally. But 90 days, I don't see a problem with it. I can actually sit back and look at my path, and I gotta honestly say, I dated my ex-husband for 11 months with no sex. I was a virgin. 11 months before anything happened. But I still didn't know this joker, because we divorced. But when you look at the different levels, it's like the movie, to me, they was playing games with the men instead of actually trying to get to know them. It was like, okay, let's see if this works, to see if I can get him drawn in. And I think that was the wrong way. And trying to get a relationship with anyone is don't go head in when you meet somebody thinking that some kind of tactics or some kind of game is going to work, because that's going to be a failed situation right there.
Yeah, because basically what they were doing was using men's strategy against them, using their strategy against them, but it came across like you said, a game. It turned into a game instead of using the information and using it for, subtly use it to make sure you don't look like a freaking tramp. You use you use the man. You're using him.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, straight up, I'm not wearing no granny panties with holes in them just to keep myself from having sex. Because to me, that doesn't stop anybody. If it's a mind.
Keisha said they should go to the clinic and get tested. Well, shoot, that's what condoms are for. Get you some condoms. But if you're gonna do a background check, because you don't know who you're dealing with. This can be a predator or a beater or something like that. So if you're gonna do anything, do a background check.
Yeah, that's what
You
I was
know,
saying. Like, do a full, extensive background check. Like, I need to talk to everybody that was who you done dealt with. Have you ever brought them STDs? Are you a whore? Or is you a pedophile? I need to know everything before I link with you. That's just
Well, after we leave the clinic, then we can go down to the police station.
yes.
Yeah.
We need to know
That's
everything.
all right.
men that don't
You
want
go
to
to
do that.
go together. You go to your doctor, I go to mine, and
But look,
I'm pretty sure it's easy to get some kind of check on people too. Because you're right, people are crazy. And
I know Dwight mentioned about, wearing condoms and, so like, but I'm sorry. It's like this. Condoms don't protect everything because when you talk about things like crabs,
Yeah.
that can just jump
I
from
can do
one
they
genitalia
just
to another.
get the flashlight. Get the flashlight.
Even
Get
like
that
warts. If they
flashlight.
ain't
got warts,
nobody doing
yeah,
Get
if
the
they got,
flashlight.
if they got, any kind of warts or anything, that's not going to protect, the rubber's not going to protect you from getting that. So
Nope.
my thing is, look, before we do anything, we both need to go get checked.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you that I agree.
A
That's
lot
a
of
good
people
idea.
do that now.
But but you have men, quote unquote, especially men, they don't even like going to the doctor to get their stuff checked. So how you gonna get them to go there to do that? I ain't trying to go to the doctor.
I guess
If
we
they want it
won't.
bad enough, they'll do it.
I
Oh
guess we
no,
won't.
they'll just go to the next
I
woman.
think
They'll
you
just go to the
realize that a
next
lot of men, they don't want you touching their jewels.
Huh?
Tell
You hear that a lot. The men's they're not quick to go get checked out like women are, because they so protective about somebody touching their jewels.
Exactly. They not gonna want to do that. I'm telling you, that's a waste of time. They're gonna look at you like, well,
You know what?
useless.
If it's a waste of time,
No.
then we're not doing nothing. That's the bottom line. Because like I said,
I
this
don't
young
wanna-
lady, I can relate to what she was saying because at the same time, I had a situation to where, I didn't just straight off from the first day we met jump into bed with him, okay? But we when we met, we talked for a while on the phone. I'm gonna say it was about a year when we talked on the phone. The first time I went to his house, we didn't do anything. The second time we went to his house, we didn't do anything. The third time, yeah. But the thing is afterwards, you wait till after you had sex and then gonna come back and say, well, I'm not looking for a relationship. I've been in and out of relationships all my life, and that, I'm just looking to do me. I'm just looking to have fun, and at that point, it's just like, you should have said something at the beginning. And I think
agree.
this is a lot of men's problem. And I think the reason why he didn't say nothing, because sometimes men, not sometimes, but like my grandmother used to say, men know a good woman. They know somebody that's clean, you know what I'm saying? But my thing about it is that you was afraid and you knew that if you would have said something at the beginning, I would have said, no, I can't do this. I ain't going there with you. That's not what I'm looking for. But I think it's unfair when, there's women out there and you give off the wrong vibes, you're misleading them verbally. And the thing about it is that, being honest about what you're looking for in a relationship before you even get in that bed, just say, hold on, wait a minute. Let me just let you know, this is where I stand right now. And, that's just being mature about the situation. And it also protects you because, like I said, you stole the choice of whether I wanted to be in that type of situation or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, some men may not. Go ahead, Teresa. Some men may not verbalize that, so you have to look at their actions. I mean, you're not gonna have too many men just tell you, I'm just looking to have fun, because then that's gonna make the woman feel like a hoe, a slut, or something trashy. So he's gonna use his actions. He's gonna talk to her. He's gonna do all the stuff that's minimally required of him. But at the same time, he's still not wanting to full out commit. So sometimes the woman will know that man, we push the envelope just to see, well, maybe I can change him, or maybe, he don't mean it, or let him get to know me better and he'll change. So sometimes we walk ourselves in that thing too.
And that's one thing I could say. You cannot change no man. You can't change nobody. But my thing about it is that you got to realize a lot of these men put on facades. And the facade they put on, especially when they're talking in conversation, is as if they not just interested in her, but they want something out of her, like a relationship. And see, when you misleading a woman like that's not fair.
It's not fair. And like what our the famous I guess speaker, she said, if a person show you who they are, believe them. A lot of them show you what they are, and half the time our ignorant asses don't believe them.
We don't want to, because we feel like, okay, this is what I'm going to come back and say after this commercial break, is that, the things that you think you can have so much weight and make them change their mind, and you can't. But we'll come back to that right after this.
What's up, y'all? More questions from the gram today. Let's dive right in. Good morning, Dr. Ish. I have a question. Why do guys only want sex? What is it about guys that's the only thing they can talk about? And then they get mad when I call them on it. You know what? I don't like this question. I don't like the tone of this question, not one bit, because it's judgmental, it's presumptive, and it's actually a little bit sexist, right? Because the guys I know don't just want sex. Yeah, men want to be physically attracted to the person who they want to be with, the person who they're interested in romantically. Yes, nothing wrong with that, got no problem with that. But the guys I know got their life together. The guys I know don't simply need the physical distraction of sex to help them feel better about who they are in their life in the moment. So that's the only thing they reach out for. The guys I know want more than sex. Yes, they want sex and they want conversation. They want sex and intellectual stimulation. They want sex and somebody who's peaceful and joyful, they can share some experiences with and enjoy different things with in life. They want sex and affection. They want sex and closeness. They want sex and compassion. They want sex and empathy. They want sex and understanding. They want sex and somebody who can speak their emotional language and meet them where their love language is coming out, whether that is physical touch, whether it's gifts, whether it's acts of service, whether it is words of affirmation, whether it's quality time. They want sex and all of those other things. So let me take a step back and reframe this question for you. Why do guys only want sex? How about this question? A more specific question, a better question that's actually going to help move you forward. Why do the guys I meet only want sex from me? Right? Because that's what we're really talking about. Why is it that the guys I meet only seem to want sex from me? Now we can explore some other options that are going to help move you forward. So what is it? What is it about you that's informing the men who you're meeting that most of your value lies in your sexuality, right? That's on you, that ain't on them. If you want to meet a different type of dude, you've got to show up as a different type of woman. If you want to show up as a different type of woman, you need to understand where your true value lies, not just in your sexuality. Sure, you're beautiful. Sure, you're sexy. Yes, be all those things and be able to lead with some other things that let them know that you have value that also lies elsewhere outside of your sexuality, in addition to your sexuality. Does that make sense? Right? And then the second thing is, where are you meeting these dudes? Right? Because if you're meeting them at the club on Friday, yeah, guess what? They want to have sex. They just want to hang out. They just want to hook up. That's a whole nother thing. So you got to branch out and where you're meeting these guys, right? You got to meet them at your grocery store. You got to meet them on your way to work. You got to meet them where you do your banking. You got to meet them where you do your dry cleaning, which means, oh, by the way, you need to have some clothes that need to be dry cleaned, right? You got to branch out. It may be simply a matter of you giving yourself permission to go some different places and meet some different types of guys, right? Go some different types of places and start meeting some different types of guys and allow yourself to be attracted to a different type of guy. Yeah, it is simply a matter of permission, right? You allowing yourself to listen to you and not what your mama and them said, and not what your girlfriends and them are going to think, and not who they think are going to be cool, and who they think are going to be corny, and who they think is going to be a good enough match for you, and who they would approve of, right? Most of the decisions we make are based on what other people think, our friends, our family, our close circle. And so what you need to do is branch out from that and allow yourself to do the thing that's going to make you happy. If you've been doing this thing and going these places and meeting these guys and it all leads back to the same place, then you need to start giving yourself permission to go some different places and meet some different types of dudes and show up as a different type of woman, which means you need to tap into some different parts of yourself and some different areas of value in yourself, right? That starts with you. That's on you. That ain't on them. I hope this makes sense. And I want you to have that talk with yourself. Ask yourself, right? What is it about me that keeps showing up that way? What is it about me? Am I leading with my sexuality, or am I leading with something else? And give yourself an honest answer, and then tap into those things that you value about you, right? Make yourself a list. 5 things. What are the 5 things I value about me? And none of those things can be physical. It can't be my eyes. It can't be my smile. It can't be my voice. It can't be my boobs. It can't be my butt. It can't be anything about me physically. But what are 5 things that I truly dig about me? And start there. And the more you start tapping into that, the more you can start projecting that, and the more they can start tapping into that. Right? Hope that makes sense. Hate the question, but I hope you got a good answer. Bye-bye.
That makes sense.
He made a lot of sense, because I'm gonna tell you one thing that I did like he said is the fact that the ones that the one you was with, meaning the choices, the men, the type of men that you chose, meaning that you could be a magnet to these wrong men, or you putting yourself in the wrong positions for these type of men. So sometimes you need to retract on the type of man that you're attracting, the type of men that you're attracted to. You know, that there could be one of the problems right there. And I know I'm a firm believer. I mean, I believe what he said about going to the club. You know, you want to meet somebody that you want for a lifetime. So you meet somebody at the club. My grandma, my mom always said, it's not in the club. And I'm gonna be honest, from experience, it's not, because I went out with girls that, you know, they're not friends no more, so I can speak on it. But they was fast. They was the type of woman that dressed to show their body, that was quick to get the attention of a man. And I dressed, you know, just conservative, covered up, real nice. But the men talked to them, but didn't nobody talk to me. And I thought it was something wrong with me, but it wasn't something wrong with me. What it was, when a man go out to the club, he's not looking for a wife.
Mm-hmm.
When he go out to the club, he's looking out to just have a good time and possibly hit it.
Yep.
That's just my perception on what I've seen. So what was your Dwight, what was your opinion on what he just spoke on?
Now, to the point where he was saying going to the club, that's true. A lot of men that do go to the club and not looking to really get in serious relationships, but it doesn't matter where you at. He said the gas station, the stores, it doesn't matter. I think my brother, he's divorced, but he met his ex-wife in the club, and they was married for a few years. So it's not said that you really can't meet somebody in the club and not marry them. It can happen. But I mean, I believe if you want to meet a good man, you're not going to find it in the club. You're not going to find it at the grocery store, a gas station. I believe if you find a good church and pray and ask God, God will send you a good man. Because a lot of good men are out there looking for good women and everything. So I truly believe if you pray and ask God and have faith, he'll send you somebody. But I don't believe you'll find it at a gas station, a church, a gas station, a club, or anything such as. But we live in times now where people don't even know how to talk to each other. They don't even know how to date each other no more because of the technology and everything. And men had got to the point where they're so smart now, they can start talking to you and like, okay, you want to play a game, not give me no sex? That's okay. I'll have sex with homegirl down the street, and I'll just wait on you. So it's a lot of complications to this dating and meeting a right man to be in your life and everything. It's not as easy as people think it is to have a lot of experts saying this and saying that, but it's hard. It's truly hard out there today. So.
And I'm going to say, you know, I believe in God. You know, I love God with all my heart. And I don't talk nobody out of going to church, because really, God is not in the building. He's in you. But
That's right.
as it's been stated down through the generations in my time, was that the devil's in the church too. So I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean, okay, I'm gonna go to church and I'm gonna find me a good woman, or I'm gonna go to church and I'll find me a good man. No, it's my thing is that you should wait and be more observant in what is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Observe, like we said, you need to be able to research the person and get to know them, and then ask them, what is your aim? What do you want out of this with me and you?
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's like we said before, it goes back into communication. Don't be quick to, go to their house or go out with them and jump in the bed.
No.
Because one, after you jump in the bed with them, then you want to get mad and say, okay, well, I didn't know that you didn't want that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, men are, the men that do this, they are negligent in a way to where you're not letting her know. You need to let her know. Give her the choice whether she wants to be in that type of situation or not. You don't know what she's looking for, or you do sense what she's looking for, especially in conversation. If you've been talking for a while, you know what she's looking for. But see, you know that within, you're not dumb. You know that if you was to present her with this, that she would say, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just a lot about communication. And, the one thing I want to say, me and Keisha left off, talking, is that, women got a problem in thinking. And I don't call it what y'all call it. I call it a Kit Kat. And y'all can say what y'all want. But they think the Kit Kat controls a man. They think the Kit Kat, the power is in the Kit Kat.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just agreeing. I was just saying, yeah, that's power.
I don't know why they think it is. Do you know how many women on the planet got one? I mean, for real.
I would hope all of them. Yeah, the cookie don't keep nobody. The cookie don't keep nobody.
No, it don't. It don't. It doesn't keep anybody.
Who said the cookie don't keep nobody? Yes, it does. I'm just playing.
Because he always looking for new cookies.
Yes.
No, there's not.
No. And see, this is what a lot of women, oh yeah, I know how to put it down and I know how to do this and I'll get him and he gonna be mine. Baby, let me tell you something. That's not what life is all about. That's not what all that a man is looking for when he's really looking for something good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to present, to show him what more you are. To see if he's attracted, if that's what he wants in his life. Because I know the old saying goes, they kind of sometimes get somebody like their mother.
Yep. Someone
Yeah.
the opposite.
Yeah. So, my thing is like, okay, I was looking at the comments. But
men are very simple creatures. We're not hard to figure out. We very simple to figure out. It's not that hard to figure out. Most of men want peace and communication and everything. If you can give a man peace and y'all can talk about anything, then you're pretty good for each other. I mean, it's like I sit on the table what you want, what you're looking for. And most men, especially older men, they'll tell you, look, I just want a woman that's gonna step by my side and I want peace. I don't want to be going back and forth with certain things because we have enough to deal with out there in the world. But basically, men looking for a good woman, they're looking for peace.
Yeah, don't no man want no woman that's gonna sit up there and complain all the time and always dying and it's always something. We already have enough stuff on our plate as men. We already have enough stress on our plate as men, and we don't need to have problems at home. That's just not what it is.
That's right. We was peace.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, my thing is that, when you're a woman, you gotta make sure, because a lot of them think, okay, I'm a woman, I'm a real woman. But if you're not what he's looking for, you can't make him want you.
Yeah.
No.
You can't force him into a relationship. You cannot change him from what he desires.
That's true.
And that's the one thing. And my thing is that, you know, I mean, some women might say, well, how long should I wait? Because you do have those men to be like, look, I'm not married no woman and I haven't tested the waters yet.
Mm-hmm.
So how long? Yeah. So how long? So how long should a person wait before they go to that level?
Like I said before, I think the woman or the man, sometimes the man, should wait until they're comfortable. And you shouldn't try to rush somebody. Get to know the person first before you try to grab the cookie or the magic stick. Come on, wait.
Exactly.
But the problem with that is cookie and magic stick.
Got a sweet tooth.
Cookie and magic stick is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom used to tell us, cookie is everywhere. Ain't no man like, okay, say you got this 90-day rule. In that 90-day rule, that man can be getting cookie from somebody else till he finally gets to that 90 days and get the cookie from you. And then vice versa with a man, he can say, "Oh, well, I'm celibate. I'm gonna wait 6 months," which I don't know no man that's gonna wait 6 months. He gonna relieve. He ain't finna have blue balls for nobody. Excuse my French Facebook, but it's everywhere. Like you can get weenie, you can get cuckoo from everywhere. I mean, it's just what it is. It's a free world. And then if he ain't gonna get it from you, he gonna get it from somebody else. And then vice versa. If she ain't gonna give it to you, she gonna get it from somebody else.
And that's true.
There's always somebody.
That is true because I'm telling you, from like I said, from experience, I dated this guy. He was a total different religion than mine. I guess they called it something like, I forgot what it's called, but he's a total different religion, and his beliefs was totally different from mine. But he was more or less like, because I was like, let's get to know each other first. He's like, okay, we could do that. I don't have a problem with that because I want to be with you. He said, but I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, we'll go ahead, spend time, go out, get to know each other. But in the meanwhile, while we're getting to know each other and you getting to know me, I can do what I want out there. And then when you decide that, okay, you know me enough to where we could go to that next level, then I'll leave the baggage at the door and then we can go on from there.
I see that's something that you can respect though, because that's something that can be respected.
No, you cannot because
I'm not.
No, what? Okay, you didn't listen to what he was saying. You're not gonna sit here and try to get to know me, and I get to know you, and we're not that doesn't involve sex, but yet still you go out there having sex with everybody else. That's what he was saying. He can go have sex with whatever.
But we're in the community.
Would you rather good when he over here? I say, would you rather him lie to you, and you thinking that it's something? So
no, I'm not.
I mean, he told you. I'm willing to.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying wait, all that, but
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying about him being honest. What I'm saying is that for you to expect for a woman to sit there and not sleep with nobody and get to know you, but yet still you have to sleep with other women. I'm not talking about the honesty part. The honesty part, yeah, that's fine. But you thinking that it's okay that you can lay with whoever you want to lay with, and then when I'm ready to lay with you, then you let them go, then you're going to lay with me.
Now, Spicy, let me ask you this, Spicy. Let me ask you this, Spicy. When he said that to you, if that's the case, I can do what I want to do as well?
No.
No. I get what I get what he.
No, I get what Spicy's saying. I get what she's saying.
No, I'm just saying I get what she was saying about the guy and stuff. But that's the whole point of the whole situation is a guy telling you up front on what they're about. And once they tell you, you can make that decision if you want to deal with it or not. So,
but see, that's the thing. He wanted me to continue in a relationship with him.
Oh, relationship. Okay. I didn't hear that part.
You missed the whole thing. Y'all missed the whole thing.
I thought you being honest. My bad.
No, we're in a relationship and we're getting to know each other. He can go sleep with whoever he want to sleep with.
So y'all were in a real committed relationship. Like we gonna be together. We wanted to.
It was a relationship. We did. We
trying to know each other.
That's what I thought. I thought y'all were trying to.
No. It wasn't a friendship thing to where, okay, before I get in a relationship. No, we was in a relationship.
No.
Yeah, that's
Well,
different.
why you saying that?
While we're in a relationship, that you can go sleep with who you want to because I'm not ready to sleep with you yet because I want to get to know you first.
Right.
So you
just gave him the clues of that.
No.
But that's the whole point. Okay, well, it's all about communication at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all courting each other, okay, sit down and figure out what exactly are we doing? Are we going to work towards a relationship? Are we just hunch buddies? Or what are we doing? And then that way you can make the decision from there. Pretty much, like you kind of did.
Exactly, and that's why I just broke up with him all the way around because I'm like, at that point when you said that, I don't feel comfortable because I don't feel like I trust you now.
Yeah.
No. But at least he told you. That's
you have the right to dump.
Those type of things you tell them before.
Tell you though.
Yes.
Not after you agree to be in a relationship, you're in a relationship. You say that before the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at least he told you, because some men don't tell you nothing at all. And he up there pretending that he wants a relationship, working on a relationship while he's making relations with everyone else.
Yeah, well, at least he told me, true enough, but he should have told me before the relationship. So that's still not that's still not an award. That's still not an award. Because before you get in a relationship, and that's the thing, if you get in a relationship with somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, you don't say those type of things after you got in a relationship with them. You say that before you even enter the relationship.
Yeah.
Because just like my ex-fiance, he told me before we got in the relationship, he said, before we go any further, he said, I need to let you know this about me. Now I could respect him because he gave me the choice whether I want to be in that type of relationship or not. Before we got in the relationship. This one told me after we got in a relationship. So no, he don't get no props.
But at least he told you before he got the cookies.
I know, yeah. Y'all trying to make excuses from him. No, that didn't work with me. You know better than that.
At least he did.
Well, at least he didn't lose it. He didn't lose nothing because he didn't get nothing but that little bit of your time. And that time was well vested because you got to know.
Yeah, he lost me. He did lose something. He lost me.
Yeah, he lost, but you didn't lose nothing.
And he realized that because the fact he still tried to come back, still try to contact me. He was like, and honestly, my son, I tell you, he was in tears. No, bro, I don't go there.
No.
Oh, Spice, that man was pretending to cry. He tried to use tears for weakness.
Yeah, that's
He wanted some like cookie.
Okay, Cat here now.
Noodles.
Like me and my mom had the discussion because see, you gotta look at too is that the way you carry yourself.
Yeah.
If you carry yourself around the wrong way, you sending the wrong message.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people disagree with it, and you hear, and it's many of the ones that do it. The way you I'm gonna say advertise yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It can intensify a certain type of person and the type of illness they have, and it can also attract a certain person to where, okay, that's all I want to do is hit it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're advertising it, you must want to.
Exactly. And that doesn't mean that I'm asking somebody for sex. This doesn't mean that doesn't give them a right to do this to me. No, it does not justify for somebody to rape you. It does not.
What?
Oh no, it doesn't. But if you take your body out like that, it's gonna look.
Yeah, he gonna look.
Yeah,
they don't touch or none of that, but they gonna look.
They can look all they want to, but if you say no, why?
Yeah, and still we didn't answer the question. Steve talked about the 90-day rule. Okay, so how long should you hold it before you decide to
I
open it?
I tell you how long, maybe.
I said when I'm ready.
Well, I mean, to give a prime number, 30 days. The 30 days, in my opinion, can be enough. Maybe 30 days, maybe a little bit after 30 days, because let's be realistic. There will be too many people in this time that's gonna wait 90 days. Just like Dominique said, for one cookie that won't do, another cookie will. Same thing with the magic stick. So we gotta be real. We gotta be real with the people. Let's be real with this now. You know,
And I get
30,
that.
30 days is a good realistic number. You know, you say a lot, but realistically, 30 days is you around each other, you feeling each other, especially if you did made that connection and you vibing with each other. 30 days is pretty much, you know, you're gonna at least kind of know if you're into him. You know, you want to connect with him on an intellect level, on a, you know, not just sex level. You want to just make sure you connect with him in all areas.
Because if you still don't, you still didn't have no bonding time. If you still don't know him, or he haven't spent that much time with you, or you know, and he been giving you excuses on, you know, why he haven't called or something, you still don't know him. So you still need to wait. You still need to wait.
Yes, you still wait if that's the vibe he's giving out.
Yes.
Be honest with you, I don't know them in 90 days. You know, and I'm gonna take Spice. Let me say this: most men,
90 days will get the truth. It'll get the truth out.
I'm gonna say about 60 days because 90 days seems just too soon. 30 days. I would say about 60. You know what I'm saying? 90 is too much.
30 days to me is too quick.
30 days is kind of fast. That's only a few weeks. If you think about it, that's only a couple. Like you only know this person a few weeks.
4 weeks.
You know.
A month.
So
some people do it the same day.
True.
They meet somebody and do it the same day.
They're not looking for a relationship. They if it's the same day, they don't expect too much out of it, especially if you didn't discuss what y'all want out of each other.
Well, Spice, I have known a couple that did it the same day and they end up getting married and they still married today.
You know how far and few that is.
Maybe one.
They did it that same day and they still married today.
The way you just trying to jump. The way you just trying to jump right in the bed.
That's why you don't work. That's the odd couple.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't recommend.
I wouldn't recommend nobody else either. It work.
It's like, ooh, when we get done, I'm marrying you.
Right? They went straight from the bed down to the courthouse.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you never know. He probably was the type of person where he was like, "Look, I just all that matters to me is how she do it in bed. That's all." Yeah, I'm gonna marry her.
They like it with their head.
But let us go to this commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and further this conversation.
There goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I just got a message in posing a question on why do men only want sex and no relationship? Well, my opinion on that is that men are not designed to be in a relationship. Men have not been taught how to be in a relationship, and so therefore they don't know what that is all about, really. I mean, I think that majority of men has been in the idea of how many women they can get, you know, just the quantity of a woman, not necessarily the quality of a woman. You know, even though some guys have, you know, grown to the idea of wanting a good woman and settling down and having a relationship, but majority of guys just don't think that way. So what tends to happen is that, then this is just my opinion, okay, that when the conversation of sex comes about, that energy is so high. I mean, it's so driven between the man and the woman that they look forward to doing it. And once they do it, it's like, oh my God, you know, it's like mission accomplished. And for most guys, their whole mindset has always been to want to have sex with the woman, you know, that they just encountered. So when that's his ideal goal to accomplish just that, once he's reached that goal, he's graduated. He doesn't know what to do anymore. Like he's done. There's no actual ambition, goal further than that. And then the idea of settling down and having a relationship, no, because now his attention has now gone to the other woman over there, and then the next will be that one over there, and if they are going to say the exact same thing, have that conversation about sex and that whole intimacy and all that stuff, he's going to gravitate over there and gravitate over there, and he's just acquiring the quantity, because that's just how most guys have been. Most guys have actually, even since whether it's middle school or high school, have had a tally sheet in their lockers where amongst a couple of friends or 2 or 3 friends, where it's like let's see how many girls we can get, and they keep that tally. So it's been going on since they were little boys, and how many girls they can get. And most guys have not grown outside of that boyish mentality. Why do you think a lot of girls, why do you think a lot of guys would say, she treats me like a boy, why you treating me like a boy, whatever else, because they still have that boyish mentality. And until they cross over to becoming a man, it's hard for them to think outside of that boyish mentality. So that's why a lot of guys just have sex and don't think about relationships. And until they get out of that form of mindset of being a boy and step up to be responsible and be a man, that's what it's going to be. Anyway, share your thoughts, share your opinions, let me know, and we'll go from there. All right? Have a good day. One love, big hugs. Until next time, peace. All right.
Yes. I love how he put that.
Yep.
And it's true when you got to look at it. He says you got to look at the mentality of a man versus a mentality of a boy. What did you think about that, King D?
I thought it was very, he pretty much hit the nail on the head. Women do have to look at honestly, women have a lot more to look at in a man than a man. Well, it's probably pretty equal. I ain't gonna say that because I don't want the wife to get mad. But but I feel like that he pretty much hit the nail on the head. You do have to pay attention to.
Yeah, because if you look at it, a real man thinks about marriage, settling down, commitment. He thinks about doing things to build, to things that he could be settled in with life. But then when you think of a grown man, a supposedly grown man that has the mentality of a boy,
yep,
a little boy can't choose which candy he wants to eat. So
me and a friend of mine was just talking about this. Marquise, y'all met him before. Yeah, we know my brother.
yeah.
And we were both talking about how a boy is going to settle. A man is going to elevate you. It's a difference between a boy and a man. If you can tell by a real man's intentions by his conversation. So you can sit there and just like a woman, you can tell her intentions by just listening to her, and that's just my belief. That's it.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. And this is what the women's got to look at. And it's not to bash men, but my thing is, what do you want? Only because something look good don't mean it's always good. It doesn't mean it's a good package. It doesn't mean that it meets your qualifications for you to have in life. That's why we say observe who you with, because he might still have that mentality like a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, well, I just don't want to be in a relationship right now. He's not saying he don't want to be in a relationship because he's trying to fix him or he's trying to work on him, which I feel like if you're working on self, you need to cut everything out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not saying people should do it like me, but like I said, I decided to be single and celibate so that I can do me. That's doing me, fixing myself, building myself somewhere. But
I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm so sorry.
When you say, that's okay. When you say, but I've been in and out of relationships. I don't want a relationship right now. I'm just looking to do me and have fun. That's the mentality of a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
that never made it to the manhood. So it makes a lot of sense. It really do. To me, it does. To me, it does.
Unfortunately, like women like that too.
Yeah, that's why I say women too.
Yeah, women are just like that. They have a whole bunch of notches on their bedpost.
Okay, now you just ruined the show that I had coming up. We're talking about the man coming to his woman. Thank you.
Well, I'm jumping ahead. Let's move back to the men.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
if you marry somebody, if you
as well, this is not just about the man at fault. It's a woman's fault as well here, because the mere fact that she's not taking the time and initiative to wait, to observe.
Yes,
that's why a lot of people wait to get. That's why a lot of people wait to get married. You know, I know we had the married show. You know, when should you get married show a while back. But I feel like that people wait to get married or walk down the aisle because if you're okay, my belief is if you're in the same place that you were in when you met that person hasn't elevated you to the next level, then there's no point in marrying them. You know, it's just
and it should take 6 to 10 years or 12 or 13 years for you to get there. Because my thing is, after a certain amount of years,
you know, if you're gonna marry that person,
what you got in me yet, it's time for us to break this off. We're wasting each other's time.
Yeah.
I think within a year you'll know. Within a year you will know if that's the person you want to be with. After that, you just wasting time.
Exactly.
I can't stand seeing these people who's been together for 14 years and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna marry her now." You should have been made her an honest woman, you should have made her an honest woman 14 years ago.
Yeah, but sometimes it's just not that easy. Because I've been in my relationship for 12, and I'm not even thinking about getting married. And the reason why is because I want to. I feel like I ain't gonna say it. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Let's go ahead.
We're gonna let him hold that time. We're gonna hold it.
You have intentions on marrying her, right? Dominique, you have intentions on marrying her?
I mean, yeah, but it's just that I just don't want to rush. I mean, I'm just not gonna marry somebody. I'm not. What?
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna marry somebody just because. I'm not gonna marry somebody just because I've been with them for a long time. Because I feel like it's steps to getting married. I just really, honestly do. I just don't want to. Just because you're in a relationship for 5 or 3 years, I feel like I want to be comfortable getting married, if that makes sense. I don't want to sit up there and be having to. It's just I just don't.
Still working on stuff, still trying to get it together. You want it to already be together.
My career. I want to have.
Walk up that aisle.
I want to have my career, and honestly, I believe like being married. I believe like being married. I have a happy marriage, and I'm not gonna say the kids cannot make your your marriage happy. I'm not saying it at all, but I want a marriage where I already got my career. I'm already making 5-6 figures a year. I can just chill. I'm retired. I'm traveling the world, and I can enjoy my marriage. If that makes sense, I don't want to.
Okay, well, my thing is that, you say you have intentions on marrying her. You say that you're trying to get to a certain spot before y'all can walk that aisle. So are you doing anything, because it's been 12 years? And, a lot of people say that's a long time. And are you doing anything to build towards that bonding of having a wedding or marriage?
When we get married, trust me, y'all are going to know.
Okay, we're gonna leave King D alone on that.
Good old time. But you know what? You know what, guys? She could be with him too. So it's not like she's wanting to get married and he's other things that he wants to do, because they could both be on the same playing field where they want this, and this before they get married. That's different versus her wanting to get married and him still sitting back with all these goals that he hasn't met yet.
Right.
And I agree with that. If both of them in agreement,
but the reason why I say we've been together,
where y'all want to do that, then that's y'all choice. That's between you and her. That's y'all relationship. If y'all in agreement with it. But tell me this:
we ain't been grown that long.
But how many?
We've been in a relationship for a long time, but we've been in a relationship for a long time. But we this is like a counting when we first had our first kid. We were kids when we had kids. You know what I'm saying? We were only 15. So counting those years on up until we barely grown. We're not even 30 yet.
So I know I'm probably going too far. But my thing is that how many kids you have?
Don't say it, Dominique.
That's why I got quiet.
You ain't saying nothing.
I
Let that one go.
You said what?
I need Dwight to be quiet back there.
No, we have 3 beautiful babies.
Okay, that's not a lot, but I mean, after three, y'all said, okay, we're gonna wait because we still want to get this home. We still want to have this type of setting for our children.
Yeah, that's the agreement. That is definitely the agreement.
I
Okay.
got something to Dominique, to be honest with you, y'all already married. Look how long y'all been together. In Texas, y'all are considered married.
Oh, yeah, common law.
Well,
Yeah,
after 6 months is after 6 months here in Texas. After 6 months of living together, y'all are considered common law married, meaning that you're married. Now, it's not the same as the state that oh God, DMX was in their situation. Texas is totally different. That is considered the wife and is considered community property, meaning that whatever's in that home or whatever that home, it goes to her. It wouldn't have been like their situation.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, here in Texas, y'all are considered already husband and wife.
Right.
Y'all could file together. Y'all could buy a home together. Y'all can, that's what it is. Common law.
Yeah, because one year we went to the tax office and they were like, "Do y'all live together? How long?" I think it was together like maybe 5 years at the time. And then she was like, "Yeah, I filed together." I was like, "Dang it!"
Hey, you get a credit for being married, man. Go and take that credit.
Yeah, we got it. We got the credit. Trust me.
Yeah, you get that credit.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool though. You said what, Dwight?
Mm-hmm. I said, I know y'all did get that credit.
We had a bunch of babies too in the meantime.
Yeah, that stimulus look good too.
You crazy.
But yeah, my thing is more or less communication, because it's just like we said, Dominique and his wife, they have an agreement. Even though they just been in a relationship for 12 years, this is something that they both agreed upon. So that's totally different. But then when you have a situation, what do you do in a situation where you have somebody that, like, you've been knowing I've been wanting to get married. I wanted a family. I wanted all this, but he doesn't want it. So what is she to do then?
Leave.
Well, I feel like it's. Oh, you said leave him. I feel like
let's leave.
What is up?
I feel like if like I said, if they're not if you're in the same spot that you're in when y'all got together, no matter if you're married or not, and if they're not elevating you, that means that they're not trying to get married. They're not trying to do nothing. They're not trying to work towards nothing. They're just there to just hunch. That's it.
Well, more or less, it's not. They're not. He's not.
Well, yeah.
Well,
the reason why I said there
is at that point if she's going to continue to settle.
Right.
Because at that point, it's settling. If he's not moving in any direction to meet you halfway and give you what you need, then you just will be content and just settle and just live. You're either going to live your life out with him settling, or you're going to, pack up and hit the road.
Yeah.
And cut your losses. Sometimes it is that way.
That's so true.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's just, that's the situation. And that's what I said, communication should be at the beginning. What is your intentions? What do when it comes down to me? And
sometimes, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you get a man in your life where you constantly ask the question, what do you want to do? What do you want to do in the future? Do you plan to do anything? And this person constantly telling you that, oh, I can't think of anything, and I don't know what's going to happen. We don't even know if we're going to be here in 5 years.
Yeah, that's a boy. That ain't no man.
That bullshit right there, telling you that, oh, I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't even know what I'm gonna do in the next week. I can't say. But do you have any plans for the future? Well, like I said, you don't know. I don't know. We could be dead tomorrow. I don't know.
See, at that point, that speaks volumes right there. That lets you know right then and there. He has no intentions of marrying you. He has no intention of elevating with you. He just in a comfort zone to where he's settling. One. Or two, he's just trying to buy time because he has an option.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just want to waste your time.
So, in other words, he's wasted.
Well,
He's wasted your time.
The man to speak up and say something, because I mean, I don't want to be your option. I want to be your priority. So if you just holding out with me, playing with option, be honest with me. Let me know. It may hurt my feelings, but let me know. That way I can either choose to stay and wait for your option, or I can say, friends and going about my way, and then there's no harm done. But the man has to be honest. So we need more men stepping up and being honest, and quit worrying about if you're going to be laying in your bed by yourself. Go get your option.
Exactly. I agree. Yeah, so at that point, and my thing is that's letting her know enough. But if she decides to stay when he leaves, then you can't get mad at nobody but yourself, because the red flag was there. He let you know, because when he couldn't answer you, give you a concrete answer, that lets you know right then and there. That's what it was.
Move the hell on, sisters.
Yes.
Of all colors.
Yeah, so my thing is, in that situation, when you enter that and he has spoken marriage, and you spoken marriage to him, but he's not willing to get married, then you don't continue on relationship at that time. You continue to go on and wait for the person that's for you. I didn't say go looking. I said wait.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're even after, let's say you are with the person, let's say you actually with the person, and this person keeps you in the same spot, don't move on, not moving towards anything bigger and better, stay in the same spot, leading you on, and also out there doing his own thing and not telling you, and you believe in him, and then you find out later that this person is a total liar, and you're just going to feel so bad because this person wasted your time.
Exactly.
That's why you got.
That's a risk we take when we date or when we get.
It is a risk, because you only can hope that somebody's been honest with you and straightforward, and let you know ahead of time in order to give you that choice whether you want to continue on with this or you want to exit. And
just be honest. I mean, for real, you sitting over there. It's the worst feeling that you can have when someone has wasted your time, and you could have been moving on to bigger and better things, or chose a different lifestyle or a different person in your life, or you could just set your ass still. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. Set your behind still and not be bothered with the nonsense, and you could have had a better life, or worse life. No. But better life. In this case, I'm just going to say a better life, because we don't know what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, because I feel that this at this point is that he's being selfish. Yeah. He's just thinking about himself. He's just thinking about what he wants and what he needs and what makes him happy. He's not looking at, I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to, especially if she's already been through a lot, with men, or been in situations to where she's got scars in her life. Why would you sit there and treat a woman like that, knowing that she is of a material to where she's just not somebody that's a open door policy, meaning that 7-Eleven, she's the type of woman that wants a real man, that wants a real relationship, that wants a commitment, but you're depriving her of that when you don't let her know at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, Spicy, the woman should know better. If the man is wasting your time and it's been years, then get out of it. Quit sitting there waiting on him. Move around.
If you talk about years, but when you talk about when these men are approaching you now, they're approaching you now, and they feel like, okay, you know, their intention, they know what their intention is. I just want to sleep with her. I just want to have fun with her.
I've read about many of those idiots. I mean, many of those.
You don't tell her until after she then spreaded her legs open.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Older women, a lot of the young women, so they should definitely pick on that real quick. Especially your old
not all. Only because, okay, you can say that. That's why there's a word called facade. Only because you older doesn't mean that you can see past a man's facade.
That's right. They just got better. Them men can get like.
My thing is that they got to stay. Look, right now, I need to know where we're gonna go with this.
Yep.
Well, and that's true. But if that man don't give you the answer you're looking for, it doesn't take that long. I mean, you can get up. If you can't answer A, B, and C, then just see your way around them and go on to someone that's will. It's not your cards on the table and you talk about what you want. If he's you gotta
look at the
I
thing.
got my answer.
Well, is that after you tell her this, y'all just slept together, then you see with these other women, but she ended up finding out that one of these women she ended up surprisingly finding out she know her. Now you got a different situation. Because you didn't want to be upfront.
That's a whole different situation. Yes.
You know, so it's just like Dwight said a while back. And King D said too. It's all about communication. It's not hard. It ain't like she's gonna whoop your behind if you be upfront with her.
The most that she can do is leave. The most that she's gonna do is leave you.
Yeah, and see that goes back to: are you dealing with a boy mindset, mental mindset, or are you dealing with a real man's mindset?
Yeah.
You know, boys still play. They still having fun. They still don't know what they want, so they just say, you know, I don't want this right now because they don't know what they want within themselves.
That's true. A lot of cases, it's definitely true like that. But you got to also look at it that a lot of men, they've been abused by women. And a lot of times men don't want to get that situation because they're scared that they might find that same situation in this woman too. So like I said, it's very complicated on a lot of different situations and level and everything. Most men, they have their mentality as a boy. They don't care. They won't go out and get as much candy. But other men that have been mentally hurt and abused by women, they're like, shoot. Do I want to take that chance? Should I wait? Should I do? So it go hand in hand on a lot of different situations and everything. So something you have to think about.
Back to communication.
Even if you've been through something with women, okay, you still got to let that woman have a choice whether she just wants to sleep with you or does she want a relationship. And if that's not what you want, that's when you need to let her know.
Move on. Sometimes I said I laid my card. The cards have been laid out. I couldn't lay them out even smoother. I can't. And you tell these men exactly what you want. You don't want to know. You don't want to be cheated on. You don't want to be lied to. You don't.
And some mom still do it.
I don't want other women in our relationship. I don't want other crap in our relationship. I want to be about me and you. None of that other bull crap. And they still go out and do the same mess.
Yes. I agree.
At that point, either they're not ready or they just don't want you. That's just the way it is.
No. They want you. They want to sleep with you and everybody else.
And see, that goes back to
your call. Girl, stack up your cards. Going on.
And see, that goes back to as well is that when they see certain aspects on a woman, they see certain, oh, she got a big behind, oh, look at her breast, oh, look how she shaped. You know,
look at that.
He wants to sleep with that. He wants to see how it works in the bedroom.
She said, "You said see how it works."
You know,
he want to try it out.
You want to drive that train?
Yeah. So we will be back right after this.
So this girl just hit me up, right? Asked me what to do about guys who aren't ready for a relationship. Specifically the ones who only figure that out after they both develop feelings for each other. So since the answer can get kind of complicated, I'm gonna keep it simple and be very specific about what situation I think you're speaking from. Ride with me. So you meet a new guy. He approaches you with some sense. Google says he ain't got no felonies and his breath smells good, so you decide to give him a chance. A few dates in, you see he can actually keep your attention, and he doesn't pull his phone out every 5 seconds, nor does he let you pay the tab. So you figure you might got you something, but you don't want to get your hopes up. So 2 months go by. If y'all vibing hard on some Love Jones shit, you feeling him, he feeling you. Y'all ain't made it official yet, but the way things been flowing, you know that part's inevitable, so you really ain't tripping. So one night y'all chilling and you get horny, but your hormones been testing your morals all this time. Shit, if you ain't passed by now, you ain't gonna never pass, so you decide to give this dude some ass. Come to find out, he's pretty damn good at what he does. And now he realizes you are too. So you figure ain't nothing left but the title, but that doesn't happen. In fact, the exact opposite does. He starts getting distant. You try to give him some space, thinking maybe he had a bad day. Okay, maybe a bad week. Okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna ask him. And he tells you those magic words. I'm just not ready for a relationship. While a lot of girls in this situation would say, I guess all you wanted was some pussy. Just like all them other niggas. Let me tell you the truth. They ain't it. Chances are he does have feelings for you, but now those feelings come with vulnerability. And vulnerability is scary, but being scary ain't manly, so he can't say that. I mean, he thought he was ready for a relationship, and he knows deep down that he wants something real. But last time he fell out of love, it hurt like hell. And for the first time in a while, he's faced with the possibility of it happening again. So where does that leave you if you don't want this to happen again? The 90-day rule? Maybe saying fuck feelings altogether? Nah, neither one. Before you get invested into a dude, make sure he's ready to face the fear that comes with falling in love. It may sound kind of crazy in the beginning, but it'll save you a lot of trouble in the end. Like when you meet him, he has no idea just how dope you are, nor does he know that he's probably going to fall in love once he gets to know you. But you know that, so keep your feelings in check until you know he's ready to protect them. So whatever it is that triggers your emotions for a man, it's topics of conversation, the level of intimacy, whatever, keep it locked up. Ain't nothing worse than falling for a dude and realizing you the only one who forgot your parachute.
Now make sure y'all tune in next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you know, we will be revealing the winners of the poetry contest. Along with that discussion hour, we will have somebody to set this screen on fire. Miss Nice With It will be with us here on the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. And she might be spitting a little something, but y'all don't want to miss this. I'm telling you, this is one woman that caught my attention. I just had to have her here. And what day to have her here on? During our Valentine raffle. I cannot wait to get her here. Y'all gonna love her. So make sure y'all set your notifications, tune in, share, and make sure you get your snacks ready because this is something you want to sip on really sweet. Okay, so I'm not gonna give my opinion on this one because I mean his personal life is his business, but he gives a good word. And I'm gonna go over to Keisha on that video there. What is your opinion on what he said?
I agree. I mean, he said some pretty good stuff. Again, it goes back to having that conversation. I do not want to be without my parachute. You know, basically everything was going great, and the man, I guess, out of fear, don't want to, again, but that's a conversation. That's that boy or the man. He has to face those fears and talk to you because he's going to run into this with every woman he gets with if he keeps running and hiding his feelings. I mean, open your mouth and talk because she the one for you that's not going to mistreat you or going to run over your feelings and wants to elevate and rise with you. So you both need our parachute.
And I mean, it made like sister. I think it was either Dwight or either King D that said it, that you don't know if he's been hurt or what went on with his experiences with women. And this is a prime example. You know, my thing is, if he has been hurt, then that you talking about commitment, and he's been through a ringer, he's gonna run instead of facing what he needs to face in his fears. Now, King D, your opinion on that video with Derek Jacks?
I don't like him. No, I'm just playing.
I don't like Kevin Williams.
I agree with Keisha. It's communication. You have to just know what you're getting yourself into before you get into it. You know, and everybody, and you know, and then some people just won't be honest about it too. Some people just say what they think you want to hear just to get into those draws. So you got to be careful with that one too. So
yes.
Oh, it's my opinion on it.
Uh-huh.
I also don't like Derek, but hey, it is what it is.
I like him. I like him. His personal life between him and that girl.
Personal life, but he does have good words. He has good thoughts, but he need to apply them to himself also. But with that being said, he is correct. But at this point, if the man is doing what he was saying in the video, it's his fault. They're always trying to put baggage on us when we have baggage on ourselves. I don't want to deal with a woman with a whole bunch of baggage. Well, I don't want to deal with your baggage either. Get over it. I'm not that last person. It's simple as that.
My take on this, I agree with Keisha. The guy in the video, I wouldn't suggest anybody listen to him because he had personal issues. He got caught doing some things. I don't know if y'all been aware of his situation, him and his wife, but I do agree what Keisha said, you know, what she said in the beginning about things that's, you know, you have to just do what you have to do and everything. And like I said, it's all about communication, putting your cards on the table because everybody's built different. Everybody thinks different. And the experts, in my opinion, they have some good advice. Sometimes they don't take their own advice and everything. We all human, we all make mistakes, but you know, life is a learning experience. And I believe the mistakes you made in your life, you learn from those mistakes and you use it as wisdom for your next relationship. So you probably won't make that same mistake. So you won't keep going around in circles all the time. So other than that, you know, just make sure that person you can talk about things, and if they can't answer certain questions and they can't talk to you about stuff, you know, deuces.
Yeah, you know, and like I said, you know, I'm not gonna change. I always like Derek Jacks because he gave a good word. You know, his advice, yes, it's good, but I don't, you know, when it come down to them exposing his personal life, I really don't get into that because I'm like, we all have made mistakes. We all have done things. We spoke one thing and done another thing. This man could learn from it. He could change from it. It's on between him, God, and that lady, you know. But when it came down to him speaking about, you know, relationships, yes, he has good words. To me, because I mean, Kevin Williams, you know, I don't like him as a person and I don't like him and his word. You know, I don't like him all the way around because for one, he's not doing like Derek. He's not preaching one thing. What he's preaching was very abusive, and he's an abusive guy. So that's why I don't like him all the way around.
Look at the wife.
Say what?
It's Kevin. Kevin what? Huh?
Sanders.
It's
Kevin Sanders.
Yeah,
well, Kevin Sanders, yes. I don't like him as a person or as a host, and he does not give me good advice at all.
Yeah.
At all. You know.
I think this conversation about him is a 10 at best.
Yeah. I like Derek because what he says in his life, because we say stuff and it has a lot of life to it, but then we may go out there and do something completely stupid, which makes it look like we're not doing our own work. So we honestly cannot fault that man because we don't know the true issues of what was going on in that situation that made him step out on his wife. But what I want to say,
I can't judge him. I can't judge him.
We can't sit here and bash his relationship versus because with the word that he given is very nutritional. The word he gives is to help people. His personal life, yes. Does he need to live up to what he preached? Yes, he does. Yeah. But his personal life, that's between him. We're not there. We don't know what involved. But at the same time, he could change that. When you say Kevin Sanders, that man needs Jesus.
The Lord Himself need to walk through his
I don't agree with everything Kevin Sanders say, but Kevin Sanders, I don't agree 100% with everything he says, but he does make some great points when it comes to relationship, and you have his bigger followers are women, and they agree with him. That's a big difference.
Women that been hindered. Women that have been hindered, they feed off of others that's feeding them poison. They easily to feed off of people that's not good for them. It's hard for them to follow somebody that is actually good for them. So no, he is not a good person. He doesn't give a good word because he is damaging to women. He is tearing them down. You do not verbally abuse and mentally abuse a woman, and then that's supposed to be good for them. No, I don't agree.
That's why I say I don't agree how he puts it out there, but he gets straight to the point. Just like the last guy we just seen here, I don't like him because to me he's a hypocrite. His wife made a lot of videos about him and the things he does. I haven't heard him not one time apologize to his wife for what he done. Because I follow him too, and I see what he did, and I'm like, So that's why I said you can't always go by what people say, because these same people that give these advice make mistakes. They messed up. That's why I said it's basically up to us as individuals to find out what we need and how we talk and how we do in the relationship. Because these other people we look at on TV or on the internet, they just human and they make mistakes too. So it's up to us to do the homework and everything.
Yeah, they may make mistakes and stuff, but still. Like this last gentleman.
You tell me this. At what point had Derek been abusive towards any woman on his platform?
He cheated on his wife and then he tried to cover it up. I'm like, if you cheated on your wife, then just say that. You don't have to.
See, that's what you just come to. You keep bringing in his personal relationship. I'm saying as a person that's out there on a platform. When have he belittled, abused any woman or man on his platform?
Yeah. Okay. I'll wait. When has he abused anyone on it? When has
No. I'm going by what his wife said. His wife made a couple of videos about
I'm not going by what his wife said because there's two sides to every story in that household. What I'm going by is what he distributed on his platform. On his platform, he was actually giving something nutritional to help people.
Yes.
Well, that's fine.
Kevin Sanders is set up out there to destroy people. He feeding them poison. And if you hurt, my thing is that if you see somebody hurt and you feeding them, they're gonna eat because they don't know.
That's why I said, but Kevin Sanders, I didn't ever like him, but I listened to some of his. See, you gotta look at most of his tapes. You can't go by just a few tapes that you look at his shows and everything. I seen some of his show. He apologized to some women. He even gave them free counseling. They had women there crying, and he didn't talk bad about them and dog them out when they was crying.
Okay, he actually said, "Hey, if he apologized, why he didn't stop?
Why do he have to feel the need to apologize?
He knew what he was doing.
He shouldn't have to apologize for nothing if he ain't doing it.
No. Look, a person that makes mistakes or a person that does something, if they apologize to that's saying a lot. Some people won't apologize to their own. They'll just run off.
That's like saying, thank you, Satan, for putting me down here in this burning hole. And Satan tell you, I'm sorry for putting you in there. But
let me put it like this. If I sit up here, if I verbally abuse you, wait a minute. If I sit here and I verbally abuse you, and then I turn around and I apologize to you, but then I continue to do it, not just to the same person, but to others too.
Of course, I'm not disputing that. What I'm saying is, it's all in respect. Now, if you come to the show and you've been very disrespectful, of course he gonna dog you out. You can't go on somebody's show.
You sitting up here. What I'm not gonna have you do is sit up here interrupting Spicy like you doing.
If I can before y'all cut me off about what I'm trying to say, since I watched the man's show and I'm trying to get the point across.
That's what he does.
Man, oh my God! You know what? You go right ahead, bro. Yeah, you're right. Everybody's different. Kevin Sanders is different. This man is different. I don't too much care for this man because of what he did. I don't too much care for Kevin Sanders, but at least he's doing something. He's trying to get the Black community to come together when it comes to relationships, and he does try to fix it. Now, some of the things he's used or say, yeah, it can be a little, as we say, hard love or everything. But everybody got their likes and their dislikes about each individual when it comes to talking about relationships and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. So, I mean, we can disagree to disagree.
Like I said, he's just an evil little man.
Kevin Sanders, if you apologize to somebody, that means you're gonna stop all the way around. If you do not, if you apologize and you continue with this attitude that you have, even to one doctor that is well known. Okay, this was recent. This was recent, and she had to put him in his place, and he couldn't handle her. His apology.
That's why everybody's how they do stuff. Like I said, we don't all agree on what people do. Like I said, I don't agree with this man do. I don't agree with everything that Kevin Sanders do. I don't agree with Steve Harvey do. That's why I said it's up to us to learn from mistakes and to try our best to pick that right individual for us. And everything, and talk and communication. If you don't communicate with people, tell people what you're looking for and everything, and they don't talk to you back and tell you what you're looking for or what you want out of a relationship, that's on you. You decide to stay in that relationship or you get out that relationship. It's just that simple. So we have a lot of people that give us different advices and everything. We just got to kind of take it upon ourselves to do this instead of listen to A, B, C, and D.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say, I'm not going to listen to somebody that spits out negativity and tear people down.
I agree.
He apologizes. And I want the viewers to know, they can look at Kevin Sanders as they want to. I do not look at him after I've seen his character, and I can read people pretty good. I've seen several of his videos. I've seen even pieces of him on TikTok with other people. And my thing is that I rather listen to somebody that's platform is actually helping, is a guide and steps and skills to help people and to uplift them and to grow, than somebody that's actually, as soon as the lights come on, you already got this little attitude because he ain't cute. He got this attitude where he's telling the person they're not cute. They want to rate their weight, want to rate the way they look. Tell them they can never get anybody because they are older age, or he can sit up here and say, oh, because you got kids, you're not going to get a successful relationship. You're not going to get a good man. I have no respect for that because that's not helping people. As with me, I'm looking to help people. I'm looking to help people bond together, to bring relationships together, to a person that has a low self-esteem, to help lift it. You cannot have that. And these women that's looking at him, these are broken women, and they will continue dealing with him. They will continue to be broken. They will be damaged because this type of person is not helping them.
Nope.
He had a lady that actually got married. She was looking for a husband, and she actually thanked him. But like I said, they all had their good points. It depends on the different audience that listen to them. And like I said, I don't agree with everything he said, especially the part about if a woman can't find someone if she has children, which I totally disagree with that because there's a lot of women out there that can find a good man with children and everything. That's why I said everybody brings the good and bad to wherever they speak their experience on life and how to fix it. And that's why I say it's up to us, no matter who's on the platform saying what, it's up to us to do that for ourselves and communicate with each other and find out what we're looking for. And then if that person not what we're looking for, we need to just break away from it and don't sit there and waste years and years and years on somebody's not ready to make their commitment.
Exactly. And
but sometimes a person can lead a person on.
Well, that's why if you're older, you should know this. That's why I say there's a difference between older folks and kids.
That has nothing to
When
do
you
with
have
age.
different relationships and you had the experience of being older, you should know this. If you don't know this, then you can continue to go in circles.
Okay,
Like
so you saying at the age of your 40s and 50s, you should already know
Make a mistake,
that
but you make a
you
mistake.
should
When you
already
get
know
older,
that a person wants sex with you. You should
should-
already know that a person want to use you. You should already know that you're just an option because you're over a
but you
certain
know the red
age.
flags.
that don't make sense.
You should know the
But like
red
I
flags,
said,
what to look for.
but see, you say
Start
red
doing that.
flags. Yes, sometimes there are red flags, but then there's, like I said, there's that word facade.
There you go. Thank you for the word facade.
Well, yeah, but that's true. But it's just you just got to be careful. Like I said, this is a whole different time now. Things are different 10 years ago. Things are way different 10 years ago.
The difference now is the fact that sex is too easily to get, and women have made it easy access for men to where they do not want a relationship.
That's right.
They're not taking the time to get to know a person. They're not asking the right questions. They're not addressing what they need to address before you jump into his bed. And then you want to get mad because he tells you after the fact that, oh, I don't want a relationship. I just want to have fun with you. Okay, my thing is, if he's not going to present and openly tell you before you go to that level, wait a minute, I need to know, is this just about sex? And I'm not saying he's going to be honest with you because all of them are not honest. These are some big liars because even my last one, he lied to me. He think I'm stupid.
Yeah. And Spice, I'm putting it on this note now. I think Teresa said it. I'm not sure who said it. They said the cookie is no power. Yeah, that's the power right there. If y'all don't give them the cookie, they're going to have to make a decision. They're going to be real with you. They're going to move on to the next.
Well, see, when we say the cookie, these women are believing the cookie got power. They feel like that. Kit Kat. If they feel like the Kit Kat has a lot of power because they feel like, okay, now I can make him my man. Now he's gonna want this with me because that Kit Kat got mind control. No, it don't. That does not keep a man. Children don't keep a man. I don't care how good or hairy it is down there. That is not going to keep a man. That's not gonna control everything that he wants in life with you.
Yes, she did say Harry.
But no,
I think everybody's putting up things now.
Huh?
Say what, Keisha?
No, Spicy, I agree with Spicy. Look, if a man, if I agree with you, but you Spicy saying if you stay, keep your legs closed, he's gonna get tired and his true colors show, and he'll just leave and go with somebody else. That means he wasn't really interested in the first place. He was.
You wasted your time anyway. Regardless how it goes, you're gonna waste some time. You're gonna waste some time. You're gonna keep on wasting the time until the right person come along. That's why everybody, especially females, sit yourself down and be still. I told this young lady, she kept looking for a man, kept looking for a man, kept looking for a man. I said, what you need to do, because I got a little discernment had hit me at the time when I was really close to God, hit me and told me to tell this lady, sit still. I'm working on your husband. Sit down and stop looking for him because he's not out there for you to look for.
This is the problem here, is because you jump out of one relationship and then it's just like God, you can say what you want, but you're starving for a man. You gotta have a man. You need to have him there. And my thing is that I'm not saying we don't need a man, but you need to take out time. You need to take a break. You need to look at self and observe self first, and know what you really want. Because my thing is, you thinking, oh yeah, he's saying that this and that, but you know what? There's power in this here. No, baby, stop. Is that what all you got? And my thing is, I'm gonna go back to this question, and a lot of people don't like to hear this. Is that all you have to offer? Is that all you have to offer? Is
maybe
the break?
Maybe that's all she have to offer. If they keep talking about that, then maybe that's all they have to offer.
True.
Yeah.
One thing, I had a quick question for everyone. I mean, because it goes back to one of the commercial breaks that you brought in. What is actually what you have to offer other than your physical appearance?
Well, he said write it down. He said write down 5 things other than your appearance that you bring to the table, you know. So,
And that makes
you know, I got my 5.
I have my 5 right off top. Right off top.
Yeah.
I have my 5 things right off top. I know I'm a good woman. I'm a very good woman.
Yeah.
And I know
Okay,
I am.
let's ask this. Let's ask the men this question, because as women we cannot answer this for a man. I'm gonna go to King D first. When a man is looking for a wife or a woman, what is he actually looking for?
A companion, somebody he can build with, somebody he can trust, somebody he can trust to follow his lead. If he's a real man. Yeah.
Now, Dwight, when you say you looking to settle down, and because you know you're getting up in age, what are you?
Damn. Do it look like that? Doing it like that?
I love you. I love you, Dwight. But when you say I want a woman for me, what type of woman? Because I'm pretty sure both of y'all have dated different women, different characters, you know, some crazier than others.
Yeah.
But when you say this is for me, what are you looking for within that woman for her to be the one woman that's for you?
Yeah. The woman I'm looking for me is gonna give me peace. Just like I said earlier, and that's a lot of things a lot of women don't, a few women don't understand. A man, let me say it again for y'all. A man is looking for a woman that's gonna give him peace. I mean, besides being, you know, someone that's gonna be in his life, someone that's gonna be by his side, but let that man be a man. And that's another reason why some women can't find a good man, because y'all try to be men yourself. Let that man be a man. If he wanted to be, look out with a man. You know, so he's looking for a woman that's gonna stand by his side and let him be a man. If you can't do that, then I tell you, buy your dog, you'll be living alone, because no man is gonna want a woman that's gonna act like a man herself. So let that man, give that man peace and let him be a man. Because like I said, men are very simple. We're not that hard to figure out. We really don't want much. We just want a woman that's gonna love us, give us peace, and let us be a man. That's what we're looking for.
Okay, now I'm gonna add to that, because sometimes some people forget, you know, and I mean, I know y'all men stress peace because you don't want to hear mouth. You don't want her to, you know, be arguing about stuff or screaming. But at the same time, when I look at it and I speak about it, a man is looking for a woman that could build with him, that can support him. You know, peace is one of them. That can love him the right way, can understand him. You know, and you know, because see, sometimes it's not about if the woman could cook.
Yeah.
Because
that'll help a lot. That's a lot spicy. I don't get that twisted.
Wait a minute. No, I said some, because there are some men that can cook for themselves. Because my thing about it is, I've seen a man that married a disabled woman, and he could cook. And he said, I got this. He said, because the way you make me feel as a man, that's all I need.
Yeah.
You got to let that man feel wanted. You got to allow him to feel needed. You got to allow him to think that, to feel that you are his world, and be in his world, meaning that he can come to you for anything. It won't be judged, won't be belittled, and it won't be thrown back up in his face.
Yeah.
Don't tear a man down. You build him up. You encourage him. You inspire him. You support him.
Yeah.
So it's more than just peace. Peace is a big thing. But these men nowadays, they're not looking for the BS. And stop telling your friend your business. He don't want that either.
No.
What goes between you and him, no matter how mad you is, we all do need somebody to vent. But stop telling your friends, because your friends, who you think is your friends, is not really for you. Why would you go tell another woman how she's supposed to opinionate about your man, that you're in a relationship? She ain't sleeping with him.
Well, after you finish telling her, tell her everything. She might want to go ahead and do that.
But see, my thing about it is how you know that the thing about it is she's going back telling somebody else your business.
Yeah. And then that person
Bingo.
will go try your husband.
And that person could be telling their husband what you don't know their husband is friends with that husband.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you should be at the level to where you could communicate with your man. If you see he's had a hard day at work, this is what a man loves. He come in, the house already smell like food. He can smell it outside.
You know what I'm saying?
Have his meal ready. Have the house clean. Because if you don't work, because my thing, a lot of women get this so misconstrued. If he is bringing in the bread, if he is the man of the house and the main provider, if he's the only sole provider, that man should be able to come home to a warm meal, a clean house, a warm bathtub ran, and his bed clothes laid out. He comes in, rub his feet.
No.
That's a dream.
Hey, but look, you have to give a man, you have to give a woman. I mean, I'm just speaking. You have to give a woman something to give the man peace, like if that makes sense. Like she's not gonna just give you peace just to give you peace. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying? It has to be like a two-way street. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it has a. I can't explain it, but I'm just talking.
Well, see, let's put it like this. Y'all have to be understanding of one another. You got to know how to love one another, how to meet each other's needs, how to understand each other's needs, but also know how to just love on one another. And that's showing.
Yeah, but you have to lead the woman. You have to lead the woman in order for her to give you peace. I mean, there's no way that nobody's gonna follow.
If she caught you cheating, you ain't gonna get no peace.
Well, no. I'm
if
saying
like her, and you're not gonna get peace.
No.
Well, yeah, but you don't deserve peace if you get your hand in the cookie jar. I agree with that. You don't deserve no peace. You get caught in your hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, if you're not being a provider, but I'm saying if you're not providing, if you just a man, just a hunch, she's not going to give you peace. You know what I'm trying to say? If you're not being a provider, if you're not going to work every day, if you're not just being a real man, a woman's not going to give you peace.
No,
if he's not putting his weight or doing what he's supposed to do, he shouldn't. And if she had to go get a job, because most men don't want their women working. But actually, now today it takes two, because everybody's thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna make all this money." And it's very hard to become rich, so it takes two incomes sometimes to make it in this world.
I mean, if she can't work outside the home, they make a lot of things available to where you can work inside the home.
Exactly. You can work right inside that home.
That's one thing. Like
you gotta give her. You gotta get that woman a reason to give you peace. She's just not gonna give you peace just because. You gotta give her a reason. So is the mortgage paid? Then you will have peace. Is the light bill paid? Then you will have peace.
Like I said, it takes two sometimes. It's more than one. It takes two.
Right. See, I'm gonna say this. It's just like this. My ex-husband didn't want me working. He wanted me to just take care of the kids. The house was always clean. He had always warm meal, whatever. But when I seen that his loads was lowering down and he needed help, I was not going to sit there and watch a sink.
No.
I couldn't go outside the home and work because my child was being breastfed and she wouldn't take a bottle for nothing. So I opened me up a home child care. That was bringing in over $3,000 a month. And that's being honest. So there's ways to do things at home and still bring in money to help him. Don't sit back and think it's okay to just sit back and watch him, work
his tail off. And then vice versa. You don't want to, I mean, no man in I would hope not. No man in the history is going to sit up there and just watch this woman just work herself to the ground and he just laying up. Just land there. Did you cook? I just no. A man is supposed to. My personal belief, a man is supposed to be the leader of the house. He's supposed to make the most money. He's supposed to do. I mean, he's supposed to be the man of the house. That's just my personal belief.
Yeah, and these women wake up too, because you have these men that will work, but they don't pay the bills, and she's caught paying all the bills. Women wake up as soon as he's doing something like that. He needs to go.
Yeah.
That's what I say. If you ain't connected,
the household is going somewhere else.
That's right.
Yeah, that goes back to what I said earlier. If y'all not elevating each other, it's no point of getting married. If you, like I said, if I'm sitting up working all these hours, working every day, doing this, that, and the third, and then I go home to the house is a wreck, the kids is, I'm not gonna walk down the aisle. I'm just not.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to walk down that aisle if she's not going to do what she's supposed to do. I mean, because that's going, like I said, that's why you got to sit down and talk about it. Communication the key.
Why would you stay in that relationship if you're not gonna, if you holding off on marriage and you seeing this here and it's not changing? Why stay in that relationship?
That's right. Leave. Why stay there?
Why not want better? Because at the same time, you can look at if there's kids involved, and I'm saying if there's kids involved, they seeing this, and you're setting an example that it's okay to accept it. It's okay to be like this. So
all I got to do is fuss one good time. That's all I got to do. Teresa heard me walk in the house. What the? Because I got big kids. I don't have no. Well, I got one baby, but my kids is big, and they makes the biggest mess. You know what I'm saying? The older they get, the messier they are until they get grown, at least.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna get ready to head towards ending the show, and I asked y'all to please tune in. I'm gonna let our co-host give a nutritional word on today's topic. So everyone, this is our co-host Dwight.
Well, y'all, only thing I can say is the show was a great show. On relationships, I said before, communication is the key. If that woman can't communicate, if y'all can't talk to each other, then don't waste your time. I mean, younger people, I expect younger people to make this type of mistake, but older people, you know, we learn from our mistakes, our experience. But it's different now. I mean, it's not easy getting into a relationship. It's very hard. And I agree with Spicy. Stay single. Don't have sex. You know, maybe you'll meet that right man. Maybe you'll meet that right woman. But communication is the key, and put your cards on the table. Put all your cards on the table. And if they don't match up, don't waste your time. Move around. That's a word for me.
Thank you for that. And like I said, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow as we will be displaying all the videos from the contestants that entered into the poetry contest. So we will be on tomorrow. It will be me and the interviewer, Keisha. So we will be going over the videos and talk a little bit through it. So just make sure that you tune in, and make sure you tune in next week as well, because like I said, we will have a fiery lady here, Miss Nice With It. She will be here, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be really sweet. So make sure y'all tune in, and I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Much love.